All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, bless up to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. So as you saw by the title, our main subjects will be Steve Mcclaren, problem of not living in Jamaica. That's something we're going to discuss right there. And also, Damion Lowe got an next red card, and we have to get into the rest of the players then that played. We still had EPL and such to cover. All right, so we have all of that to wrap up. So not just the title we're going to be on. The title is just one of the points that we're going to be discussing throughout the video. This video will just be served for me and Pastor to be on it, so nobody else can join it at any point. It's going to be only an hour because you guys know where I'm at this point. All right, so out of respect, just let me do my thing and Pastor do his thing right here. And when you're rewatching this video, you can give your take and I will answer in the comment section. Let me start by blessing up everybody. Chorus, big up yourself. Leonardo Evans, best as documentary, and chorus again. All right, so we had, and also we're gonna add some EPL digs right there. All right, so yes, Pastor, let me get straight into it. We get straight into it. On TVJ, okay, Pastor will be coming back. And on TVJ, and also people sent me videos before. People keep talking about the coach not being here. All right, remember this thing was a problem. This thing was a problem since this thing was a problem since this thing was a problem since Paula saying that the coach need to live here. All right, so we're gonna exercise some areas to ask if this is a true problem. All right, yes. Fire gonna big up yourself, and Wayne Evans just came in. Massive respect. Is it truly a problem? The people, the viewers, is it truly a problem? Because on TVJ, you have the Mavericks. He did it on his show. Then we heard other people with it on in the YouTube space. So clearly, once you hear one of them, because what you know about what you know about this, they're all in you WhatsApp groups. Believe me, Reggae Boyz might be the most talked about content because people don't sleep. They're in all groups for 24 hours for content, period. So they're on the radio, they're on YouTube, they're on the TV. Yes, so it is a talk about thing at this point. All right. The first thing I heard that they used on multiple occasions is to say that where are all the other kids will have the opportunity to be seen. I'm just laying them out. What feeling are you giving the kids them that's in Jamaica to believe that they can make a national team? All right, so let me debunk those stories right there. All right, this is just me debunking those two topics. All right, because we should learn to um context things. All right, so debunk the story. We have Meren Garden. Meren Garden was dubbed as the main person in Jamaica. So if he's still the main person in Jamaica, I don't know why that would be a problem. All right, because his job is to catch up, keep up to speed with what's going on in Jamaica. So why would he get a job? Why would he get a job and then don't do his job? Why would the coach need to be doing Meren Garden's job? Right there, because remember he had that role from the last time that the actual the last time Mr. Halgrimson had said that. So I could fire back on that one. The next one to say that what motivation it's giving the kids them and how the kids them will be seen. I think the Meron Garden conversation cut up that as well. All right. Yes. So I'm gonna bring it. I'm just using Meron Garden alone to trap into that conversation. Go ahead, Pastor. What say you? And people in the chat, drop it out so we can go through it. All right? And remember, as you're coming, hit the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. All right?
Um, Hal Grimson said that he had divided up the coaching structure or responsibility into three between him and his two assistant coaches. And Meron Gordon was predominantly responsible for the scouting of the players in Jamaica. So there were people who were debunking the fact that who were going against the fact that Meron Gordon was the one responsible for the selection of the Jamaican born or local based cohorts, even after the coach made that declaration. And before that, because Paul Hall was not living on the island, we knew or ascertained from the composition of the squad that these players could not have been Paul Hall's responsibility. These players were selected by the by Meron Gordon, who was the coach, who was the person around the program. So this issue about the coach needing to reside in Jamaica, whether you take it on face value or you look deep into it, you're going to come up with some of the same things. It is only to continue the promotion of the locally born players into the senior national team. It is not necessarily about a development, because if it was development and not to funnel the players through the team, then you would have had a requirement of a development structure that these players were funneled to. But seemingly it continues. The only pathway they see for success and for exposure for these players is the national team. Despite them saying there is no quota, it is obvious that whether they have it written down or not, this is the operational practice. So you get highlight for these players based on the caps they receive for the senior national team. And it doesn't require a magnifying glass to see that this new thrust or continued thrust to have the coach living in Jamaica is to give that position or that argument or that narrative some kind of footing to stand on. Because if the coach is not there, then you cannot hold the coach responsible for putting them in the national team. So your argument is baseless. But and so the need for them to do that.
All right, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. All right, I went to the straight to the Meron Garden. So if you're just coming in, I said that Meron Garden had took up the role from the last time under Al Grimson, and they said they're going to continue everything. So I'm surprised that it's making the national news that this guy is not living in Jamaica, and we're just asking how important it is for the coach to truly live in Jamaica. If it's such of a big deal as to what they are making it out to be. So I'm just asking you guys that, and that is the first topic. We're gonna get through everything. We're gonna talk about the rest of the reggae boys, them, what's to come, and also EPL as well. All right, as you come in, remember to hit the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. All right, so let me big up the random that's just coming in. All right, yeah, man, bless up to everyone that's just coming in. We have Football Global said, honestly, I am not even commenting on this space. This is why I took a break from this Jamaica football space. Too much ignorance. So from so-called educated people in Jamaica. All right. Then we have Jay Saguna said, bless up to you. And then we have Dr. J. Yeah, man, bless up to everyone that's coming in. Dr. Era, massive respect, Dr. Era. Thanks for being here. All right. Chorus, YouTube joke out. Thank God for JD and a few real YouTubers. And let me put this in it, guys. Let me put this in it. Let me make sure to clear this as well, because I've realized something. For me, the one thing about me as an individual, as you should know, I am not here to look any hype of anything that we have done. So you see, when I'm here talking about said, I know something for certain, you don't need to go back to ask anybody whether they work for the JFF or not. Because anytime I am speaking, I'm speaking from a point of me know it for a fact. and it's my direct connection that has nothing to do with JFF. People working for JFF don't know what I know, because they don't own the people them. So when I say something, it's coming from me. I don't hold on to information for ransom to look fame. I don't do those things. So if you hear me talking on a specific topic, you don't need to ask anybody about what I'm saying. I stand on my own information because that's the reason why I don't collaborate with people, because I know that sometimes you guys don't even know that you are the last to know a lot of things. All right, because you are the ones that they want to manipulate. And remember, everything that I'm doing, it's all for always for some good. All right, that they're trying to conceal from you. All right, I can't always spill out everything because a lot of people annoyed by some of these people. All right, yes, believe me. Okay, yes. So when I'm here talking about specific players or certain things, you don't need to question and ask nobody else. All right, nobody else. All right, yeah, man, big up, big up. We will keep on running it the exact way, Mr. Martin, and a lot of people respect the way we do it. I'm talking a lot of people, top people, and players, everybody like what we do. All right, because we stand on business. Michael Sada, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Mr. Giggs in the building. Mr. Yee in the building. Gord, big up. Frankie in the building. Massive respect, Frankie. Over all is well with you and the family. All right. Umzo, big up yourself. Thanks for being here as well. I just wanted to clear up that. So when I do speak on certain things, you don't have to go anywhere and ask anybody for anything else because more than likely they don't know. Float management, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Right. TEDx in the building, yeah man. All of the man in there. Yeah man, just please hit like, want to share and subscribe. Then we have Jerome. All right. So look at it. So we cleared up both sides at the same time, right? I think we cleared up both sides at the same time. I think
JD,
we cleared up both sides because I don't want to act like, oh, there is not an actual other side. So you want me to
just
talk on the other side, like what are the disadvantages if he's not living in Jamaica? Or we cleared it up in the one statement.
it, we might need to spend some more time on trying to approach it from their perspective because it is not that even if the JFF intended for Maran Garden to be there for that purpose, I have not heard from any of the JFF administrators that that was the case. Who I heard from was Hal Grimson saying that he gave, as the senior national coach, Maran Gordon that responsibility. Now the coach is within his right to delegate responsibility to his
And the next
assistant
coach
coaches.
had said that he's continuing off what was there before.
But
So
this is
we are
where I had a
questioning him
problem.
as to
This is where I have a
say that
problem with
that what
Mcclaren
will be there.
because Mcclaren didn't start that way. In his first interview, Mcclaren spoke about the the need for quality, and I literally coined it that he took 19 steps back because there's 19 spaces between Q and C in the English alphabet. So he moved from the team needing to be comprised of the players with the requisite quality
Mm-hmm.
to embrace continuing what existed, which wasn't bringing us success at the rate it needs to be. So that was the first time I started having issues with Mcclaren from his second interview. Now, having said that, if we're continuing, it should not be offensive to us that these things continue. We can only be offended by the output or lack thereof because it is the coach's job, and so he must be given the latitude to take this decision. He must know what he wants on his CV because all of this affects his CV. So, from the standpoint of Jamaica, and this is speaking directly to those who believe that we cannot have both development in Jamaica and the best possible team at the same time. JD, and everybody listening, I'm going to say it a particular way because this is the way I have analyzed it and believe it is. The only place in the world where football is played where a coach would select a player on promise over a player on quality is in Jamaica, especially when you are in competitions that determine your FIFA placement as well as your earnings. No coach that selects possibility over quality has the country's best interest at heart, or the players for that matter. So what they're trying to do, is wrong. Not because they want to develop the players in Jamaica, because they must. We have to reach that place where we have a development structure in Jamaica on the island. However, what they're doing is intrinsically, ethically, morally wrong because the senior national team or any national team is supposed to be the best representation of said nation.
Mhm.
Anything other than that does not suggest the best representation of the said nation. It does not, no matter who
Good.
argues it.
All right. So, Dr. Dan, I beg to differ. England does this. Dr. Dan, I've listened to several programs yesterday because I ended up even on a program. Obviously, I'm not aligned to certain type of styles, but I still ended up being there because obviously I heard someone trying to smirk when someone said they heard something from me. So maybe their brain cells was telling them, oh, if JD said it's coming from a certain place, so I had to represent myself. Dr. Dan, England does nothing like that, Dr. Dan. The different what you just did is to scramble up everything and just say something. Every one of these countries have a top league. Are you saying that we have a top league in our region because we don't have even the toppest league in our Caribbean? So that is the big problem right there, Dr. Dan. No, but and also I can push back one more time as well. The English Premier League develop their own players, not the actual national team. So when they're picking ready-made players. So the argument that you have no argument there at all, Dr. Dan. At all, you have no argument. As it relates to the coach living in the country, he has more incentive to live in the country because the players that he's going to pick, 95% of them is coming from the actual country. And they are a big league, so it might take him more time to assess his things there. But if you look at the flip side, Dr. Dan, no. We're just dissect it, Dr. Dan. Come on, man. You said something, so you have to stand on what you said. So let me chop it up. So, in England, they have to go to all of the games and because they know where the players them playing. But oh ironic, it's included local barns as well. So we can't say nothing. Liam Bailey there. Dixon is there now. So those are the two local born players in England, but everyone else is in England as well. So I don't big up to everyone that's coming in. So I don't see no problem if he's not there. I don't think that this should be on the public news. Because these are the things that take away the respect from the national team and take away fans from the games. So Cranky always talk about the fans and not coming to the games. These are the things that they're trying to box people in to give them only what they want. And if anything else presented themselves, they tend to fight against that. Like once they are not getting what they want, their agenda machine comes out. Because that should not have been, I can understand a YouTuber saying it, but it should not be on the public national station. You understand me, Pastor, and people in the chat? That is my problem. It's on the national TV, so everyone getting it. That shouldn't
JD,
be the problem. The case right there. That is where I have the problem. It could have been underground and people complain about it, but I said I'm gonna do a video on it because it made the national news. So that means it's a big problem, and someone has to write off on it.
JD, the reason it makes the major news entity is because it is an intrinsic Jamaica football fraternity issue. So this is the culture of the Jamaican born football fan base. And I'm not even going to say Jamaican born, the Jamaican football fan base residing in Jamaica because I was born in Jamaica. So those who reside in Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
and depend on the system in Jamaica can only see as far as where they can earn their best earning from the system as it is in Jamaica. And that
Okay.
is the problem. It's a cultural, financial issue for them. If they don't get their players into the senior national team, they don't get a certain pay, so to speak. So that is why they defend it so closely. But this is at the expense of the best for the nation. And that is where I have a problem because I am one who believes that we must develop the country football, the state of the football in Jamaica is nowhere near, it is not even 50% of what it should be. I believe that. And I really am upset that it is not where it is supposed to be. However,
Um,
I am not blinded to the fact that what they are doing is wrong and it doesn't even serve their best interest. Because if they had done it properly, if they had
all right,
done
that Pastor, we're gonna go straight into how we can get that solved. Like, I think the JFF should stop talking about they want to shut down YouTube's. I think the JFF should realize where the sources of the problem is coming from. And Mr. Maverick, I'm very sorry, people, but Mr. Maverick might need a letter from the JFF because these are things that's against the country. This is putting up the local people that's already on a level just want to turn very fast on the brink because I saw under the video, go on YouTube, you will see, guys. And remember, it's not just YouTube. These are things that aired on the actual TV itself, so you don't see the reaction of people in their houses. You understand me? So I think the JFF need to catch on to that and deal with those problems because that's where you can see a dip in things. Because if people hear that, oh, their kids don't have a chance to play for Jamaica, because that's what the man saying in the video. So if they hear these things, you're setting up the people. Guys, if you can't agree with what I'm saying this time, I think you have a stone heart. I think the JFF need to jump on that and make a statement or try to contact Mr. Maverick, which he should not be able to do these things on his own for a whole TV network. So it has to be passed by someone because Mr. Maverick can't put out anything on the TV without consulting someone else. So I think the TVJ need to really look into that and take on these things and understand that they have a duty to make sure they see Jamaica being a success. You understand me? Rather than a failure. You get me? I think that should be a thing. I don't know if people not seeing it the way I'm seeing it, but that's what I'm saying. So that is my solution. I think the JFF need to get on it and give this brother named Maverick. And it's not about free speech, guys, because everyone can have a free free speech, but at the same time, if you're selling a completely wrong narrative, all right. If you want to ask a question, call Chung. Ask them the question right there. You don't need to ask a question to the entire country to sell a narrative now. So by the next time, you're going to hear people saying that, I'm not coming here because I appear overseas man up on the team. Liam Bailey play a Barna Jamaica, Dixon Barna Jamaica, Blake Barna Jamaica, Damion Lowe Barna Jamaica, and it continues Barna Jamaica. But they're not selling that. They're selling as in like it's only people that's currently playing in Jamaica is Jamaicans, which is not true, are born Jamaicans. Everyone is Jamaicans, and we have several born Jamaicans actually doing their job and make themselves relevant overseas. So it becomes they truly merit these spots. You understand me? No, JD, it is the Mavericks' own thing on the station. How can the Mavericks have his own thing on the TV
uh,
station?
JD, what people
That
don't
is not
understand in
something.
terms of broadcasting, in sports commentary, Maverick can say pretty much anything in sports commentary. However, despite that, the persons who manage the space have to still sign off on whatever he's going to put on sports commentary. In a media situation, he titles himself the Maverick, so that by itself gives him the capacity to go out on a limb, for want of a better term, and that is one of the selling points on TVJ for whatever content he puts out, because this is primarily or mostly the views of the Maverick. He's not boxed in on certain subjects. He's the Maverick, unbranded.
Oh
Now,
God.
having said that, though, they have image rights to protect. Fox News in the United States just paid hundreds of millions of dollars because they were found liable for the promotion of the former president's agenda. And so a
Okay.
lot of the things that they said surrounding the election in from 2016 into 2020, they were found liable for those things that they presented. And the lawsuit came and found them liable of hundreds of millions of dollars. So every media entity has an image to protect. And you cannot just say you have free speech and come out and tell blatant lies and promote hurtful narrative agendas. You can't do that
Uh,
in the media space. There are laws that prohibit it, and if you break those laws, you will be found liable in a court of law, and there are financial penalties. And also, during that time, Fox News fired their lead anchor, had his own space, and they terminated several of them.
All right. All right. So because we have a lot of things in so short time, because I can't believe 1 hour out of video becomes a short time, which I think it's perfect for me, but I know people want to talk on it. All right, Chris Smith, please. I saw you going at Cranky. I think I think this time I can say you're wrong on Cranky. I heard Cranky did a video yesterday. I went over there to beat him as well, and I thought that he did a very good job because people start to fight Cranky on Damion Lowe's take because he broke down people that collected the red card because the conversation if Damion Lowe is truly a walking red card because he did not know. So he went and did his research and I thought that the man came with an honest take. So people go over and check Cranky's channel and I thought that he did a proper breakdown and people went against him. So he gets to learn. Sometimes, Chris Smith, people are learning the street. Remember, we have Jamaicans and we have different formats of Jamaicans that thinks a certain way. So if the man don't know, the man just come in the space and keep learning on his own. You have to let people learn, Chris Smith, and you have to learn to forgive people. All right. So if the guy did something that you are not good with, at least you stand on that, but doesn't you don't have to say the guy's name, man. All right. Because I watched a video yesterday with him, and it was a well done video. The topics were very good. Yes, even though he wants to clash me, I am ready for that any day. It's not a problem, but I can't accept I can't accept you in the chat disrespecting him because I don't think he would have been having someone in his chat disrespecting me. All right. Yes, so please, may I take out of respect, me respect you, Chris Smith. So just let it go. Man. I'm begging you, please. Just let it go. Let we can talk on the actual subject matters. All right. If you disagree with a man on something, your whole stands there. But let we continue the conversation, man. Because remember, the conversation should be to get Jamaica better in the future. You understand me? Yes. So we just heard that he had a space. He has a space on TVJ. Well, TVJ need to do a better job, and a letter can still be sent to them just the same. Like JFF wants to jump and send letter to the vloggers to muzzle them. All right. So I think that you're not muzzling these guys. You're telling them to do something for Jamaica. All right. Because it's going to tarnish what you're trying to build up, which might not be the case because maybe he does not know that Garden gets control of the local parts, and he should go to all of the games them and find the players them and everything, and then bring it up, and then you'll have video. You have a thing called video that actually records. It's a real thing. We as Jamaicans tend to think that we don't have video and it records. For some reason, local footballers cannot go on the actual videos. It blanks out and nobody can see it can happen. So the guy can get him information there and the guy can focus on what he's going to, majority of what he's going to actually use. The reality is you will never have 90% of Jamaica JPL players making a national team when we have these other players now. It cannot happen for the next 5 to 6 years. And true, the man is a realist, and everybody is a realist, including Garden that took up that position. He knows what the man is doing. So give the man a true chance and stop trying to stain his name and by extension stain the entire Jamaica Reggae Boyz name. All right. And I know a lot of people agree with him. It's okay to agree with whatever Maverick's saying, but look at Jamaica as a whole. You give the man the job, you say the man should qualify for the World Cup. So give him a true chance to qualify for the World Cup now. You get me? The people say they want people in the stadium. Stop trying to take away people from that man because that is very bad. I saw the comments them, and that's what they are gearing to. All right, because you're setting up people's fitness up against the national team, which is very sad. All right, so let me be more responsible. TVJ and the Mavericks. All right, and people, when you see these comments, don't pass them. Try use your comments them as well to stand up and challenge them. Cause we have a lot of dirty thinking people in our culture. All right, and they like to influence people down the road. So that's where I'm going to stop with that one right there. All right, because we are running out of time. And yeah, but I just felt like that should be the headline of it because it is something running out there and it should not be acceptable. So let me just run straight into the let me just run go straight into the you can still mix your conversation up, Pastor, but we need to
Mm-hmm.
get everything in. So Damion Lowe, we did have a breakdown, guys, for the other guys, them, so you can go on those videos to see. So we are not picking on Damion Lowe, just listen to the conversation. All right, so we're just giving an update. Damion Lowe played 2 games so far, and one was in the league and one was in the cup. Because you're wondering, oh, he gets a red card. He does 2 yellow cards that should lead to a suspension, and he never got, he did not get a suspension. No, it is because of the league. But this one is a straight red card right here. But let me just break down the information in the game itself to let you know. He started this game, all right? He started this game. So Hal Okdud versus Hal Arabi. Those were the 2 games and 2 teams playing. Hal Arabi won it 2-1, and it was definitely down to him getting the red card, even though they were leading. No, I would say it wouldn't change. It never really changed much because they actually scored after. All right, they actually scored after, but they were losing 2-0. Romel Kiato scored both goals, guys. All right, and you know Kiato well, guys. Kiato is from Honduras. I'm very surprised that he's not in. He never always stay. He's a mainstay in the Honduras team. You know, I am very surprised about that. You know, yes, I thought that he's doing well and should still be in the Honduras team, but maybe they're moving away from him. He's 33. Yes, so he had 2 goals on the day. All right. Yes, Honduras, Kiato is there. Kiato is there, but Kiato is not. He was not in the national team for a while now. He was one of the main man at that point. Yes, yeah. So he played against Jamaica the last time. All right, that's the last time he played for the national team. So Damion Lowe had played 76 minutes, had 1 clearance, 1 interception, 1 tackle, and 1 dribble pass, which you know what the dribble pass is. All right. 76 touches in the game, completed 63 of 71 passes, which is 89%, which is good. Key pass 1, long balls 3 of 5, ground duels 1 of 5. All right, so the ground duels never worked out for him, and he lost the 1 aerial battle there. Lost possession 8 times, and committed 3 fouls, and one of those were a red card. All right, so that's the second back-to-back red card for Damion Lowe. But also, if we broke down all of our centre backs, them who Latibody are not playing, Hector not playing, Pinnock had two mistakes in back-to-back game. Deshaun Bernard had a red card the last time, and Damion Lowe have two red cards back-to-back. Is that not a cause for concern? I was on a show yesterday, and they were trying to say that's not a cause for concern because um because it's a different system. I think people don't. I think we have to sit down and properly think through these things before we jump to say it's not a cause for concern. John Powell and Nostalgia, big up yourself. I saw you early on. All right, I don't see you make more than one comment. Maybe eyeball them just open up. All right, so that's why. All right, guys, remember we have 100 people here. If you hit the like button, um, definitely it will get to
J-
more people. We have limited time. We still have like 30 more minutes. So if you get in, you can get
JD,
the point across. All right?
before you move on, I wonder if people realize that there's a psychological component to being a human being. A player that gets a red card. I played in the defensive unit for all my life, and I'm not necessarily using me.
Yeah. Please
Be-
don't use you, Pastor, because I don't want to hear you
behavioral
say bit of
science,
anything or nothing of that sort. So I'm
behavioral
not going to
science
tolerate it.
is a study at tertiary level education for a reason because we are affected by our environment, by our actions, and the results of actions. So, how can it not be a factor if our defense line is getting negative output? It has to be a factor. The three defenders that are playing, the three defenders that are playing are showing troubling signs. We have other defenders, but they are not getting the amount of game time. The three centre backs that are playing are
Oh,
showing negative
Pastor,
signs.
all right, listen. Dirty Harry, you never heard what I've said? It was not targeted to Damion Lowe. It was targeted to all of our defenders, Dirty Harry. Because I'm saying we named out all five of our defenders, two not playing, and the three that's actually playing, two got red card and one gave up two goals in two games, according to you guys. So I'm asking if it's not a cause of concern. So don't single out Damion Lowe. The conversation was broad based. All right, please. That means they never hear what I've said. All right. Go ahead,
It has
continue,
to be.
Pastor. I just have to
It
make sure
has.
we clear that one.
Yeah. It has to be a cause for concern. They are human beings. This kind of negative result affects them. Now, Damian Lowe is going to sit out a match or two in both competitions his team is involved in.
His team never advanced. They lost the game, so that's gonna
No, but
come back in
the
next year.
rule
Or
in
maybe
some
I think it
JD,
might carry over into the league. I have to research that.
the
Anyone
rule in
researching
some
that already? Please tell us if it's gonna carry over into the
yeah.
league. Continue, Pastor.
And if it doesn't carry over into the league, be assured when his team goes in the next competition, it is still there. You're on a red card. You're not going to be allowed to start.
And Dishon
Some of the
Bernard the same as well. Dishon Bernard the
and
same as
Deacon
well.
Bernard the same. So they have that psychological print. It's going to affect their next game back. They're not going to be they're not going to be as sure as they normally are. So it could be
Good
negative
point,
for
Pastor.
us.
Good point.
And this
Good
is
point.
all three of them.
It affects us in game time for our players
Yes.
them because Deshaun Bernard will have to miss the games. Damion Lowe might have to miss the games as well. So and we have today is the 24th, so we have only 2 weeks before the next window, and that is the amount of games that they are going to miss. So
Yeah.
I don't think we actually thought this through before we said it's not going to be an issue. So that means all of our centre backs, aside from Ethan Pinnock,
No, but
because
watch this
I don't
now.
know, I heard that Latibodier might be carrying a problem. I heard that um um Amari Bell is injured as well, hamstring injury. So that is everybody. So we only have Greg Lee, Pinnock, and Lexa Lembekisa as
But JD,
ready.
don't put Pinnock in there yet. because Pinnock will need to have two good games to come back from the two negative games that he has.
No, man, I thought that he was still good in those games.
No, no,
More than that he played.
JD,
And
a
Pastor,
defender.
Pastor, we are watching the football, Pastor. And I think it has to do a lot with his system rather than him directly. I know Cranky tried to spin it into his his argument, which I'm going to clash him on. I think he played good enough that he can come back to Jamaica and translate it. All right. But
I,
our point, Pastor, is to say that there is a cause for concern. And you brought up
major
a
one.
good point. Yes.
Major one.
And aside from that, two person tried to call you rock. All right. Nostalgia, which is Jason. I'm not gonna call his next name. All right, because he said if I call his next name, he's gonna give me to Wolipa box and tub. So I will leave out that one. All right. Yes. So and then CC, the biblical speaker. All right, because he's speaking from times. All right,
That
says that you
that
are
man
going to
that used that
to
word
the
rocks
throne.
never even used to play marble because at his age marble is not prevalent in school. So him don't matter out when he don't know.
CC says Richard King is there. If others getting red cards and all sorts of things. Um, I think we have other people still, but Richard King might be up to, it might have to be unless he made the team when everyone was available. So I guess he has to be next man up. How confident are you, CC, that when he comes in, he's gonna keep the same level? Are you concerned about that? Because if you're concerned about that, that means we still should have a cause for concern, just the same. All right? Yes. Yeah, but no, we don't need to panic. We don't need to panic. It's
We're
a
not
different
panic.
situation.
We're not panicking. We're just voicing our concerns and putting out there the information that we need to pay attention to because reps matter.
No, I'm just answering to you, CC. You said Richard King is on the list, so we should not worry. And I said yes. He made the team with the other players then, so it should be his time. All right. If we don't have anybody else, we still have other players. Yeah. All right. System or no system, that was a bad pass by Pinnock and Spurs. JD, you left out Richard King. Why you keep on talking about that? And I just ask you a question. John Bell can step up as well. Pinnock was good. Cranky him just make one mistake. Okay, well, leave Cranky alone. We are gonna have that in the war. Pastor, away no. So
Huh?
Pastor, don't
No,
forget we
just
have
do what you're doing.
Richard King that
Yeah,
can slot in very easily. Peter
yeah.
Mystic. You think that Richard King can come in and just play and stay up to the level? All right, then that's nice. I love that you have that type of confidence in him. In games that are going to be games that we are going to be under pressure because I think both games are going to be under pressure because the style that they play with. I think both of them can pass through Jamaica lines, which we already proved that Honduras can pass through our lines at will. Because we played them the last two times and they kept creating chances, more chances than us in the games. All right. So we know that we are going to meet Honduras in Jamaica and they're going to do the same thing like what they did the last time because we clearly have not reached to that level that we can just flat out stop them at this point. Peter Mystic. All right. Yes, Pinnock did well. Yes, he did well, but the team have beaten him
JD,
there.
and and that is why I wanted to speak on Pinnock needing
But
to get
Pastor,
reps. He
we have
did
to take
well.
Pastor. All I'm saying is we have a limited time, so we have to
Yeah,
bash everything because we're not gonna leave here and we don't talk about Arsenal, Manchester City. It's not happening. All right. Yes. So even for 2 seconds, I need to talk, and I'm not bad minding Arsenal. They can talk all they want. Yes.
I am not a part of that.
Okay. All right. You're not a part of the bad minding Arsenal. I was not bad minding Arsenal. They're just making up stories on me. But anyways.
I am. Yeah.
Okay. He was referring to our defenders. Okay. Sorry, I missed it. All right. Yes, JD King will do well. Oh, yeah. Well, tell you what, we have players, and if they're making the team, they should be called up. Yeah, and I think it should be fair. Yeah. All right. So One Craig Butler, Richard Crawford said, I don't know what happened. I don't think this is a video for Craig Butler now. I'm begging you. You understand me? Um, we're talking about other things. So, anyways, we have chopped that up. It is a cause for concern. So we are going to see how that
Yeah.
works. So we're going to watch Amari Bell if he recovers in time. All right. So Amari Bell, we want to see if Deshaun Bernard, how much games he's going to miss and what condition he's going to be in. I think let me make sure to get it correct. Bernard, because I thought it was it was not in. Hold on, Bernard. Where's Deshaun Bernard? All right, so Deshaun Bernard. All right, Deshaun Bernard. Yes, the red card was in the championship. The red card was in the championship. So he's going to miss the games them. He's going to miss the games them. So that's a big one right there. So Deshaun Bernard will not be ready for the next game. Yeah, the next game. I don't think he's going to be ready for the next game. Or his natural ability should put him up there still above Kingdom. Yes, that is true, but we have to still watch it, you know? Yes.
The club red card will not affect his selection for this national team.
No, but
However, his
I
lack
think
of
he's going to
playing
part of
time,
just
yeah,
training only.
yeah,
Yes.
his lack of
But
playing time will.
yes, so it's a cause a concern. Yes. So anyways, as you guys know, do red card in club, hold on, do red card, oh, hold on, do red card in club, match roll over to internet. No, Greg, no, it doesn't. But what we're talking about, Hector not playing, Latibody missed a few games now. Don't know if it's injury or what. All right. So all of the other center backs, and that's why we never mentioned them because they are not playing. You know, so we're just looking at the ones them that's playing to say that those are going to be the backbone of the team. Because you're gonna need center backs in good shape to turn up. You're gonna need that. Especially you're gonna need midfielders and you're gonna need centre backs. That's the two things we know. KC Palmer struggled in the last game. Our defense line had came under pressure because you guys talked about how much time Ethan Pinnock gave away the ball, Lati Body gave away the ball, KC Palmer gave away the ball. So that means it's a cause for concern because I'm surprised, Pastor. The same people them saying it's not a cause for concern. They were the one crying about the last time we play Honduras. So if they can do the same thing with more players that are actually more ready at the time, and now these players might be less ready now, how can it
Hmm.
not be a cause of concern? Why our ego failed in every type of reasoning?
JD, I don't know. I'm not a behavioral scientist. I have done modules in behavioral science, but no, I'm not a
Alright.
behavioral scientist, so I'm not going to psychoanalyze the Jamaica football fans. I am going to just stay with what we know to be true, what we know to be so, and I'm leaving it right there. The reality for us is our playing centre backs are in a negative light, and we'll have to pray and hope and trust that those who will be called up
Excellent.
for the window will be able to give a good account of themselves to the point where we reap success. Because the present
Michael Hector.
the present situation is showing us we need to be concerned about where we are.
All right, all right. Uh, Michael Hector. No, they said Michael Hector have not played. Martin, maybe you are calculating the one game that he played for the selection, the selection. So what they do is to bring some people together to see if they can get a next shot for the League One or the League Two. That is the purpose of the selection. So that's what he did, and I thought that was a while back now. So I've not seen him had any updates as yet. So Michael Hector, he's not playing. He's not playing. All
Close
right.
to a month.
Dexter Lemekisa. He actually started to play right. Dexter started to play instant, right? Yes, man. Dexter played instant. Jason. So I can't believe he never checked that game out. It was his first game, so he started to play instant. Um, so if they have good games before the window, will will all be forgotten? Yes, but nostalgia. But what the problem is, how much games Mr. Bernard should miss. He should be it's a straight red card, so he should be suspended for 3 games, including the one that he has, right? So the next 3 games, the next two games after this for again will be okay. So he might when is the next window opening? Okay, the next window opening after the 5th. So he might come back for the Coventry game. So the Coventry game he's gonna come back in. So let me watch the Coventry one. Let's watch the Coventry one then. All right. I know he played, but subbed off 33 minutes and it wasn't a knock, just statics. Okay, okay. All right, well, he's gonna get more game. So, anyways, let me move on to some other topics now because we know we're running out of time. Thanks, guys, for all of you guys that came in and really chop up things. We don't have much time because we are a very busy bunch. All right, so once we are done here, I am pretty much done for the day. Yeah. Next week now, I'm gonna have a lot more ladies football to chop up. Yeah, because I have some new things coming, especially on the Wemaxit channel, and I would love you guys to come in because you can learn a lot. So you can learn what some of the ladies for Jamaica doing, and where football is going in the ladies fraternity. All right, and what moves can help Jamaica if you're just caring about Jamaica. But for me, I love football a lot more than even I love Jamaica national team and Jamaica itself. Believe me, I actually love football a little bit more because I do believe that if I know the football, know the teams, them, it can make me assess the football a lot better. I know Cranky said that I'm not good. I need to find somewhere else go and leave football alone. Maybe that was just clash titles. Yes. Imani float management sold me out yesterday as well, but I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot. Sometimes you're gonna get this on the platforms, so you have to just take it. So I took it yesterday, but anytime I hold float management again, why are we so concerned? These players are professional who will be kept much fit. But Peter Mystic, my job is to alert people as to what's taking place. You rather me just pick up a sensational title and run with it and tell a lie and make up a story on the lie, confuse a bag of people, and then outrage people? Which one you rather? Me keeping up with the titles and giving people accurate information rather than telling a lie, sell a lie, mislead people, and then making people start believe it and then sell a sensationalism on it. I think I'm perfectly good with what I'm doing. Now, Michael said the big of yourself, yeah man, yeah man, yeah man. But some people, they were cursing me for that. So Peter Mystic, tell me, what would you rather? Because I think that I took my time to watch the games, so I can come and give people accuracy. But yet still, Peter Mystic, you need to stop. You need to stop being like that, Peter Mystic. All right, the great Peter. All right, you need to stop being like that. All right. So, anyways, now we had some games that played. Some of our players played in it, but I had a game that I left last, and I and I had said, I don't know. I was saying that I had a feeling that Haaland would have scored an hat-trick against Arsenal. All right, guys. They have told a lot of lies around the Arsenal Manchester City game, guys. So let me try give you some of the factual thing. Because what I realized, at first I heard that Arsenal was the better team in the first half, and Arsenal would have won 100%. 100% if the match continued with 11, which is a lie. All right. Nobody knows that for certain. All right. Because Arsenal never did much different than City in no part of the game with 11v11. All right. So 11v11 first half, it was 66% to 34%. 11v11. So nothing really changed aside from the on the dominance of City in the game itself. See what the difference is. Even the goals that came for Arsenal never built up a play until 35 minutes in the game. The first goal came off a free kick, a fast free kick that they were making a change and nobody set. And they pushed off the free kick, and that's how the goal came. All right, the second goal came from a corner. It's 35 minutes before they made one creation. They were not the better team in the first half. City should have been 2-0 up long time before Arsenal even had the ball at any point. It's not true. So this over-the-top delusion that I heard Arsenal fan TV talking and they're going, ooh, this is a win. It should be counted as a win. Everything is all right. We're the best team. Roger is injured now, so we have to win the league. Ray. This is not true. It's a lie. All right? It's a lie. Okay? Yeah. If we had 11, it may have worked out worse. Thank you. Finally, somebody come with football metrics. Look, if they had 11, they couldn't sit back like that, and the fan base would not have pressured them to go forward. And once they come forward, City was slicing Arsenal at will for the entire 45 minutes. Stop lying to yourself. You had a good 15-minute period at the last part of the game where you got the 2 goals and you started to expand on that, which is good. But stop telling these lies. I've watched the game 400 times because you guys are giving me PTSD. It looks like we're Jamaica. It looks like a Jamaica. JD, stop this nonsense. Wow. So first thing I've said, Arsenal was not the better team in the first half. He said that's nonsense. Cranky, you tell me that I don't know about football, but if you tell me say Arsenal was the flat out best team in the first half, Cranky, you're lying. You're lying, Cranky. You are lying, brother. I am very sorry, Cranky. Go back and watch the game, see where the pattern of plays them come from, and stop the foolishness, Cranky. The first 20 minutes, Arsenal couldn't come out of their own half. The first entire 20 minutes. You're not telling me any foolishness, Cranky. I write down everything. I watched the game a million times. So stop it, Cranky, man. What wrong with the ego, man? The first 20 minutes, Arsenal barely passed the halfway line. What are you talking about, Cranky? Jason Guna, tell your friend to stop the foolishness, man. Tell your colleague of Arsenal to stop the foolishness, man, and talk the truth, man. It's the 15 minutes after the second goal. You got a good spell, Cranky, man. Just start the truth, man. What did that good spell overweigh everything what City did for the 30 minutes? And remember, City was still doing something for the final 30 minutes, bruh. So come on, Cranky, man. We need to debate, you know, man. We need to debate on these stories, you know. Because and I'm bringing the facts too as well. Because my breakdown can show you that that is not true. JD, after the first 20 minutes, the game changed. Cranky, please go and watch it. Cranky, go and watch it and see if after the 38th minute, the game changed. To your, because what he wants to say now, Pastor, he wants to say that after 20 minutes, them take over the entire game and them control it for the next 25. So they were the better team in the first half, and it's by luck City came back. So anyways, I'm not going to fight with him. I'm going to save all of those data for the big clash. All right? Yes, for the big clash. And he needs to start his stream early so we can turn up. Because that is his problem. He wants me to be tired so he can win a competition. Stop, a cranky man. City was the better team, brother. All right? I know that it's because I say 5-1. I'm a stick on the 5-1, so we're not going to get a beating. City. All right, I'm going to ask you a question, guys. Jason, Guna, all of Nitro, Cranky, all of the Arsenal mans them. Big up, Sean. Arsenal mans them beat me now today, so it's a normal thing. JD, I don't want to finish your YouTube career, so we probably should not debate. All right, no problem. Your ego is the biggest problem. But tell you what, that is Jamaican style. So I will teach you a lesson. That is your problem. Anyways, no. So all of the Arsenal men, all right, didn't you watch that game? City never created 5 chances to score 5 goals. Just, just if you tell me yes, how can me be delusional? City never get 5 clear chances to score. If you tell me no, you're a liar. Because they created 4 big chances and the other half chances, not half chances, very brilliant saves from Raya. Raya was the man of the match. On a delusional like the Jamaicans them. Straight up. On a delusional.
But they are Jamaicans, JD.
I know, not all. I'm quoting all of the Arsenal fan base now, not just the 1 and
You
2 Jamaicans in it. No, a lot of Jamaicans in it. That's why the fan base will go to the delusional thing or whatever that word is. I'm tired of
when you
them.
said it, when you said the Jamaican fan base has infiltrated Arsenal and recultured them.
Mr. Shea said bias. All right, let me go to the second half stats now, where we are trying to avoid. All right, the second half stats was an embarrassment. All them are talk about, oh, we had to sit back, we had no chance. You never tried to play football. You never even tried. You started the first 30 minutes. You never tried to play football. You tried to break people's leg. That is a problem. All right. So the second half, guys, the second half was 1 shot to 28 shots. 88% to 12, and that's a lie. That 12% is a lie. Pastor, they never had 12%. They just kicked the ball out, and we got the ball. All right, yes. The man him said I'm gonna rub up my career. Me can't have career on YouTube if me go up against them. Them man they remind me. Oh great, oh my God, you know what? I better not clash with no other Jamaicans, you know. Yeah, I am not Jamaican, so I can't clash with the Jamaicans. They're so good. You know, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not gonna fight. Well, people, Arsenal have not played good games the whole damn season, and I'm very sorry. All right. So the hype that you guys are running with is just an over the top Jamaican style. All right. That's all I'm saying. Cranky, I can't take any call. Me done. The show done, Cranky. The show done, Cranky. Me can't take the call. Me not. Cranky, me can't take the call. Me show done. Me I come out of the car now. You love war too much. You love war too much. We are set up the clash. Me not take no call from you, Cranky. Me not take no call. Let me text him. Let me text him. Cranky, me not take no call from you. Cranky, good afternoon, Mr. Bertram. My show is finished, and I have to run out in the rain now to go for my kid. I have just said that, and you called me to war. All right, so the stream I cut off right now. All right, I'm not taking a call from you. Me I stay up for one day stream them, cause you make it look like say me no know nothing about football, and a lesson will be learned. JD, I could imagine you cussing when Marina days at Chelsea because you would say they're not playing no ball, but winning. Yes, man, that was not football. That was not football. Yeah, Marina, come down, start. Oh God. All right. Him now answer people. All right, so people, I've come to the end. All right. I will leave Arsenal and City clashes going forward. All right, because the the ego of the men's is not working out well. All right. Yeah. I will leave it alone. Because my blood pressure went up very much higher than the Jamaican battle. All right. Yes. So I got to run, but the rain coming down. All right, I'm gonna wait 2 minutes to see. City created nothing in the first half apart from the Alan goal. Really, Jason, can you please tell Cranky to stop? What Doku chance is? Doku chance is not Cranky. Stop, Cranky. We do analysis. Stop, Cranky. You're losing it, Cranky. You say City created nothing. What is wrong with you? Stop, the Cranky. One of the biggest chances of the entire game is actually Doku, brother. Stop my Cranky, man. Oh, you mean um Jason, go coach Cranky for the clash because he's gonna lose miserable. Only him friends them. I gotta tell him say him gonna win the game. But he's gonna be embarrassed on YouTube. I'm telling you. All right, stop Cranky. Stop. All right, stop. Even Jason can't pick up for you when you say these things. Both City never create a chance aside from Haaland goal. Oh my God, Cranky. All right, Cranky and Imaxit. Jerry, City taking a lot of a lot. Usually them quiet. This is different. Okay, okay, all right. That's it, JD. No, I'm waiting on Jason's comment because Jason like to play politics with his Arsenal friends. He needs to say it with his chest. City created no chances aside from the goal. Jason, say it with your chest and let your song body hear the truth. All right, or you're going to go silent. Let your song body can actually continue with his lies, his blasphemy. All right, Jesus, God, the rain come down on the star. I'm gonna bring an umbrella in the man. Damn, Jesus. You know what? 1-1. Let him stop him foolish. City created 4 big chances in the game and 3 seriously good chances that Raya had to save as well. So I don't know. Cranky need to go back to watch the game. We don't lock off a TV when we watch football, Cranky. We watch it a one time, watch it over again, and that is not true, Cranky. Yes, so you see, Jason disappear because he wants to continue the lies for him and his body club. All right, yes. Oh my God.
There will be no there will be no end. There will be no end to the Gunners' wars. But I can say this:
We
at
can
the
say
end of the season,
Gabriel Magalhaes had a header that he put over the bar. That was a big chance as well, Frankie. We could say that, but after that, Arsenal not do nothing again. Yes, Cranky, we give him credit, but we can tell the truth. But you have to lie. You have to lie to make Arsenal feel better. You have to lie, Cranky, and it's blatantly a lie because people watch the game and know that we're talking the truth. Come on, Cranky, man. Just say you never saw the chance, Cranky. Just say you never saw the opening and you never saw the
um,
chances. But it's registered,
JD,
Cranky, and it's there. We know
JD,
it for a fact.
I am not joining the fight with Arsenal, but there will be an excuse given for why they are not winning the league when the league ends this time again. And I am going to get records and replay the different excuses for the different times when they did not win the league, and I have rest my case
All right. So people,
because
I
I don't
will have
know.
to go out in the rain, I will have to go out in the rain. I'm wondering if I should just go, but I'm not gonna get in parking space and I have to go way down the road. So it's best I just put my hoodie on and be a little bit wet and work with it.
Yeah, you have to go in the rain. You can't make Gemma go in the rain. So you have to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to
Juma has
go in the
our
rain to get Gemma.
no, we prepared for Juma. So just have our raincoat on. But I never prepared for it. I prepared her in I'll take
Yes.
for the rain, but never prepared for myself. All right. Yes, so you see, Jace Laguna left the chat all of a sudden, because they want to sell a narrative. All right, so it is the high standard of City why people talk like this. All right, City never played bad. It's a lie they are telling. All right, it's a high standard of City, because City was the better team in the game. Period. All right, obviously it was very close, equal at the first half at least, dominant and possession for City right throughout the whole game. Yes, but it is the truth. City was a better team overall in the game. It's just the high standard of City. Arsenal fans are serial excuse makers. The referee robbed us. No, Gabriel robbed us with his defending. And then Toshad robbed us by acting like a fool. And then Saliba cost us with a poor decision. JD, I wouldn't take the call because it's like a parent sending the kid for the belt. Cranky, you know it is in a one brain cell. That is a problem in your own brain cell. I said I'm leaving now, Cranky. So let me leave people, because Cranky are bullying me off the stream. All right, people, take care. I am out and stunting. Cranky, we are going to have the battle. You cannot avoid it.